Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we direct your attention to the north end zone, where we would like to recognize the national champions of the 2006-2007 NFL punt, pass, and kick program. Cedric Jones, Senior Director of Youth Football for the National Football League, and Richard Wilson, representing the program's title sponsor, will congratulate the 8 national champions. The 8 and 9-year-old champions are Sidney Palmer from Pierre, South Dakota, and Logan Weckerly from Monroe, Wisconsin. In the 10 to 11 age group, Sarah Firestone from Mercersburg, Pennsylvania, and Ryan Garner from Dyer, Tennessee. The 12 and 13-year-old champions are Shelby Sullivan from Richardson, Texas, and Jeff Lance from Parkersburg, West Virginia. And finally, the 14 and 15-year-old champions are Caroline Barchman from Mission Hills, Kansas, and Josh Couch from Carlisle, Ohio. The National Football League would like to thank all of the participants and volunteers who made the punt, pass, and kick a successful program in 2006. For more information, please visit the website at www.nflrush.com. Let's give our national champions another round of applause. And we start the fourth quarter here. Dick Stockton along with Darrell Johnston and Tony Siragusa. Been a seesaw game. Saints were up 13-7. The Eagles took a 21-13 lead early in the third. But 2 touchdowns by New Orleans. They're up 27-21. Been no turnovers by either team in this game. And a first down for the Eagles on the Saint 42. Garcia to run it. He'll get the first down. Flag is down back at the 35-yard line. So Garcia going out of bounds, picking up the necessary yardage.
Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
So that's Scott Young, the right guard, who replaced the injured Sean Andrews. And that nullified a 22-yard scamper by Garcia.
Jeff Garcia just did a great job on that. There wasn't 4 guys rushing either move. They had 5 guys on that rushing, and he found a way to get out of there.
Unbelievable. He caught him in man coverage, too, so you got everybody running away, man underneath. The only guy that could try and make a play on that was the safeties who were back in zone. But it's all coming back.
Eagles back on their own 48. Just got the play off in time, and Garcia has an open receiver, and it's Reggie Brown who makes the catch. And a good play by Brown, keeping both feet in bounds, getting control, and a first down, picking up 24. And he's on the 28-yard line.
There's some confusion right now, because look at Reggie Brown. There he is on the sideline. There's 2 Saint defenders about 10 yards behind him to the inside. Now, I know that Sean Payton's an innovative play caller, but you can't dial up something that gets somebody that wide open unless you've got a blown coverage.
First down at the 28. Here comes pressure. Handoff to Westbrook. And Westbrook running close to the 10-yard line, gets 15. And tackled at the 13-yard line. Westbrook with a big game, has 106 yards rushing.
Patience to the hole, explosion through the hole. And that's what Brian Westbrook did on that play. The Saints had it defended well on the front side of the play, but because he was under control, he was able to break it to the backside and get into the secondary.
First down and 10 yards to go at the 13. And the pitch going to Westbrook off the left side, and Westbrook trying to get the first down, would have to get to the 3-yard line. Josh Bullock's in there, and it's very close. Huge game for Westbrook, coming off a career high a week ago.
Yeah, that was the easy one so far. This is a great run right here. And the Philadelphia ground game had really been halted all night until that play right there. And since that play, they have been able to run the ball a lot more effectively throughout the second half.
Second down and goal. Second and 1 at the 4-yard line, and here is Westbrook, and he's stopped by the Saints before getting the necessary yardage. You talked about how the Eagles have stepped up the running game. They had 11 yards rushing at the end of the first half. They have 122 to this point, early here in the fourth.
Just watching, those backside ends are really coming downhill fast down the line of scrimmage. No one's paying attention to Jeff Garcia on that naked or bootleg.
Well, they also got Brian Westbrook on the play that got him down here to this position. They faked to Thomas DePay inside and flipped it to him on the quick pitch, and the defensive end chased down inside again.
Third down and 1. Garcia getting rid of it to Thomas DePay and ridden out of bounds. Stopped Fujita with a big play on third down, a loss of 2.
They run the little bootleg to the outside. Jay Bellamy reads it. He's on the blitz. Gets in, forces Jeff Garcia to pull it up. Scott Fujita coming from the inside out on Thomas DePay. That play didn't have a chance because of the blitz by Jay Bellamy.
So the Saints are up by 6, and David Akers will try to cut it in half with a 24-yard field goal attempt. That is Akers. And the kick by David Akers is good. First field goal of the game for Akers, and the Saints lead now 27-24.
The NFC Divisional Playoffs on Fox are sponsored by Ford. Introducing the all-new Ford Edge. The Edge is never dull. By DLP. HD TV powered by DLP. It's amazing it's the mirrors. By FedEx for all your shipping needs. And by Microsoft. Software for the people-ready business.
Seen at Bourbon Street here in New Orleans, and the entire region revived after the horrific experience of Hurricane Katrina. Eagles go 9 plays, 64 yards, and David Akers with a field goal, and the Saints lead is 3. It's almost like the heavyweight fight. Whoever gets that last punch in is going to win this one. Michael Lewis returning for the Saints, and a good return out to the 35-yard line.
He's done a good job all night of putting the Saints offense in good field position to start their drives.
My dad is coach of the year. Sean Payton's kids should be very proud of what he has accomplished. Saints with a first down at the 35, leading by 3. Drew Brees will go down. Could not get it out on the flat to Reggie Bush, and Darwin Walker picks up the sack and a loss of 6 yards. But they're kind of game that you got to take advantage of every opportunity, and the Eagles had a golden one the last time they had the ball, Darryl.
Yeah, they really did. They had 2nd and 1 inside the 5-yard line and came away with a field goal. So keep an eye on that. That would have got it back to 28-27 Philadelphia. Right there on that last play, you mentioned that Drew Brees trying to get that ball out to Reggie Bush on the swing pass. Roderick was waiting for him again. Thank goodness for Drew. He didn't throw it to him because he would have got blown up like he did earlier in the game.
Second down and 16, and they flip it off underneath to Reggie Bush, not going anywhere that time, as he is stopped by Omar Gator, the rookie from Tennessee.
Andy Reid did tell me going into halftime, like I said earlier, that they were going to try and do some more stunts. Right now, they're just rushing 4 up front and getting a lot of pressure of just moving around and putting a lot of pressure on Drew Brees.
Notice that the Saints sideline hiding the signals with a big white towel. Third down and 16. Saints have scored touchdowns on both of their possessions here in the second half, but face 3rd and long. Breeze stepping up, and that doesn't go anywhere. Reggie Bush claiming he was held on the play. No flags down, so it's 4th down, and Weatherford will come into punt.
Yeah, Reggie Bush got bumped on the way out, and he kind of gave up on that route. I think that's what Sean Payton's getting on him right now about, is he released up inside. Jaquay Thomas just gave him a shot, took him off of his stride, so all of a sudden he kind of shut it down on the play. Drew Brees needs him to get open to go with the ball somewhere.
Weatherford will kick, and Brian Westbrook back to return the punt for the 2nd time tonight. And he gets tripped up. Otherwise, he might have picked up a few. Danny Clark making the play. So Payton's the teacher with his #1 draft pick.
Alexander and the Seahawks, Urlacher and the Bears. The NFC Divisional Playoffs tomorrow only on Fox. The NFC Divisional Playoffs on Fox are sponsored by Verizon Wireless. Watch John Madden break down the games exclusively on VCast, only from Verizon Wireless.
And a big stop by the Eagles, who have another opportunity here. Well, the dream is going to end for one of these teams tonight. The Eagles, who have won 6 in a row after people counted them out, and the Saints coming back from 3 wins last year to win a division. First down at the 37 for Jeff Garcia and Philadelphia. Pump fake, and Garcia's pass thrown into the Eagle bench.
Philadelphia's defense came up with a big stop on that last series. Gets this offense right back on the field. And Tony, we were talking at that break. It just seems like the Saints want to get away from Deuce McAllister in that run game.
You know, just the run game will go and take some time off the clock, put you in a better position. And they went 3 passes in that last series. And now, you know, the Eagles, like you said, Luke, are in good field position right now to move the ball.
Saints have gained 170 on the ground. The Eagles catching up at 122. 2nd and 10 at the 37. And here's Westbrook. And nothing much there. No gain on the play. Well, Tuesday night at 8, 7 Central, get ready for the 2-hour season premiere of American Idol. The dream is back, and so are America's best and worst talents. Don't miss the season premiere on Tuesday at 8, 7 Central, right here only on Fox.
I don't know about you guys, but I like the worst better than the best. What do you guys?
Half and half. 3rd and 10. Garcia trying to lead Greg Lewis to no avail. 4th down. So the Saints, after being stopped on offense by the Eagles, come right back and halt Philadelphia's bid, and they'll have to punt.
How about that? Both defenses flexing their muscles at critical times. These offenses have had their way all game long. The Eagles get a 3 and out, get the ball back. The Saints come right back and match them.
Dirk Johnson will kick, and Reggie Bush, whose first touchdown this year was on a punt return against Tampa Bay, is back.
Got some room to work.
At the 19 is Bush. And he manages to get to the 28, and that's all. 8:20 remaining in the 4th quarter as the Saints lead by 3. When Andy Reid and Sean Payton went at it in October right here at the Superdome, the score was what it is now, 27-24. The Saints winning on the field goal by Carney as the game came to an end. 8:20 remaining here. First down on the 29. McAllister. Why not go give it to McAllister, Tony, as he's had a great game. Picks up 7 yards and tempers Flair momentarily. Take a look at the 2 quarterbacks and how they fared thus far. Garcia and Breeze. One thing they've done is that they avoided mistakes.
Yeah, we haven't had a turnover yet in this game, so well played on both sides of the ball.
Pretty even.
Well, the earlier matchup came down to who had the ball last. It looks like we're heading that way again tonight.
2nd down and 3. McAllister McAllister. And he is shy of the first down. In that previous game, the Saints went 8.5 minutes to set up that winning field goal after falling behind to the Eagles. Not as much of a margin between the two teams as we had in the first meetup. 17-3. One time the Saints were up, needed a touchdown to tie it up. 7 minutes remaining. 3rd and 1. First down. Deuce McAllister up to the 40 with Cole and Dawkins in on the play.
Well, they listened to you, Tony. Last time 3 passes, 3 and out. This time 3 handoffs to Deuce McAllister.
And you get a first down. And the good thing about it is you see the top of your screen right there. That clock is ticking. And that's exactly what the New Orleans Saints want to have happen. Run the clock out. Don't give the Eagles the ball back with a lot of time left on there so they can go down the field and bite you.
McAllister with 121 yards on 15 carries. He has a touchdown averaging 8 yards a clip. Again, McAllister, and Deuce picks up about 1.5 yards.
I like it better when they've got Mike Carney in there in front of Deuce McAllister. That time they go to a 2 tight end, 2 wide receiver set. It's a single back running game. It's a little bit different. I know they do a lot of things offensively, but they've got Billy Miller back there in the fullback spot.
2nd and 8, play action. Breeze has time, and this pass over the head of Terrence Copper. So the Saints taking a shot right there against Sheldon Brown.
That looked very similar to a play we saw that first time. The Saints had just given up the lead. They came back, ran a double move on a bootleg, and they got Joe Horn that time down the middle of the field to regain the lead. It looked like that exact same play. Eagles were waiting on it.
Tony making a good point, as the Saints would like to use a lot of that clock if they can get it down and get 3 points at least from Carney, force the Eagles with little time to need a touchdown to pull this game out. 3rd down and 8. Colston, first down at the 45 on the slant from Breeze, and a pickup of 13. That's the 5th catch of the game by Marcus Colston.
They got the slant routes. They got double slants out to the right side. There goes Marcus Colston. William James playing off on him. The big guy gets inside, makes the catch for the first down.
James is the nickel back with the injury. Toledo Shepard, the former New York Giant who was signed in Week 9, was known as Will Peterson when he played for the Giants for 5 years. But there's Colston's numbers, and a first down at the 45 of Philadelphia. Here's Reggie Bush, cutting outside. Reggie Bush, and he is collared down. No horse collar, but taken down after an 8-yard pickup by Roderick Hood.
Watch this cut by Reggie Bush to the outside. He gets up into the hole, and then right here, the square's out to the outside. All the pursuit is coming from the outside in. He almost gets to the corner. Does a good job staying in bounds.
And Moose, you pointed it out. Got Carney there in the backfield, number 44. You see it right there. Reggie Bush follows him right through the hole. The hole widens right up. That's what Moose has been talking about, pumping up his fellow fullbacks throughout the league all year this year.
It's about time we mentioned the fullback.
Yeah, we got a good one in Mike Carney out there tonight.
2nd down and 3. McAllister this time, first down. So the great 1-2 punch of Deuce McAllister and Reggie Bush. Bush has 52 yards, McAllister 123.
This Eagle defense looks worn down right now, getting pounded. Them linemen for the Saints are really going and dominating on the line of scrimmage, and we see it right here, first down after first down.
As Tony's pointed out, take a look up at the top of your monitor right there on that clock. You get that running game moving, you keep your guys in bounds. The Philadelphia Eagles are reeling right now, and again, we've mentioned it before earlier tonight. This is the one area that possibly that 6-day to 13-day rest might show its effects.
Saints have a first down on the Eagles 35. Here's McAllister. And McAllister gets 3 yards. Trotter is right there in the middle to make the tackle.
Well, So now the Eagles got to start making decisions whether they call timeouts or not. And right there you see a timeout called. But that clock is like Moose and everybody's been talking about, is wearing down, and you're running out of time if you're the Eagles.
And the Eagles call a timeout, stopping the clock with 3:21 to go. Jeff Fain was slow getting up, but he appears to be in okay here.
The NFC Divisional Playoffs on Fox are sponsored by the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
The New Orleans Saints never have won a game to get to the NFC Championship game in their 40-year history. The Philadelphia Eagles, who were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, seek their 5th trip in the last 6 seasons for the NFC title game. That's what's at stake here. Eagles calling their first timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Saints at the 32. The flip off the hands of Reggie Bush, and the Eagles may have it. And the first turnover of the game at a critical juncture, and the Eagles recover. And it was Darren Howard, the ex-Saint, who recovers for the Eagles, and they get the ball with 3:18 to go.
Watch them get up the field. They have this play defense well. Juquay Thomas is going to be there against Reggie Bush anyways. Let's see this pitch. He's got it right there. I don't know if Reggie Bush snuck a peek at number 75 because he knew that he was coming upfield, got his eyes out that ball, and it was on the ground.
First turnover of the game, and let's see whether the Eagles can capitalize on it. They have 2 timeouts remaining and a first down on their 44. And all the Eagles need is a field goal to tie it up. A touchdown would put them ahead. Garcia giving ground, and a dangerous screen pass, and it's caught by Westbrook. And Fred Thomas very nearly anticipated it, perfectly timed it, and picked it off. It'll be a loss of 1, and the Eagles have to be holding their breath here.
Well, they blitz both the linebackers. Brian Westbrook does a good job slowing him down. Jeff Garcia's got to float that ball up, gives Fred Thomas enough time to come in. I don't know whether he got confused or whether to go for the pick or put a big hit on Brian Westbrook.
Maybe a little of both. 2nd down and 11. L.J. Smith. Wide left. Buckholder to the right. The pitch going to Westbrook. And he is hit. Good play made after a 1-yard pickup by Scott Fujita. Second big defensive play he's made here in the second half. And that'll bring up 3rd and long.
Well, the Saints defense really stepped up on the last series. They were on the field, forced a 3 and out to get their offense back, trying to do the exact same thing here again after that turnover. Here's the matchup they've been looking for all night long. Dante Stallworth on Fred Thomas.
3rd down and 10. Garcia flips it, unable to hold on is Westbrook. Garcia was going down. And it was Scott Fujita again putting the pressure on, and Garcia had to get rid of it in a hurry. And it'll be 4th down, but our 2-minute warning. Let's bring you up to date on this close game. Stallworth on a 75-yard catch to give the Eagles a 7-6 lead. This was in the 2nd quarter. Reggie Bush with a 4-yard run. The Saints were in front 13-7. Westbrook giving the Eagles a 1-point lead at halftime. And then the big 62-yard run by Westbrook, an 8-point Philadelphia lead, the biggest by either team. And McAllister pushing determinedly, cutting the lead to 1. And then McAllister on an 11-yard pass play. Saints regained the lead, 27-21. Akers field goal cut it to 3. And here is our game summary. And a wild game as both McAllister and Bush have combined for 181 yards on the ground. Wild game here at the Superdome, Darryl.
Yeah, and look at all those all-time postseason records for each team. This game is exactly what we thought it was going to be, an offensive shootout. Great offenses on both teams.
4th down coming up. 4th down and 10.
Well, it's definitely going to be another silent count because I can't even hear myself think down here. This stadium is rocking so hard.
So for the Eagles, their season could ride on this play. Garcia gets pressure, and the pass is caught, and picking up is Hank Basket. And a flag back down at the 40-yard line. Penalty marker down.
There was no play before the count. False start. We talked about it. The noise down here, it definitely affected them, and that's why they got the offside for that play.
Can you believe that you handle the crowd noise the entire night? You get to a 4th and 10 with the season on the line. Scott Young inside flinches a little bit. The first time that you struggle with the crowd noise with a penalty on that play. What a great job by Jeff Garcia standing in there, delivering the ball to Hank Basket.
Unbelievable by Jeff Garcia.
And the injury to Sean Andrews playing a big role in this game. Penalty on Young and the punt on 4th down, and the fair catch called for by Reggie Bush. So the Saints have the ball in a 3-point lead, and if the Saints win and go on to the NFC Championship, they will have the lowest winning percentage in the season before of any team then advancing the following year to the conference championship game. And the Eagles have 2 timeouts remaining, 1:48 on the clock, and the Saints a first down on the 22.
The other thing we talked about, Tony, with this crowd noise going on that silent count, no cadence. The other thing, Scott Young taking reps for Sean Andrews, who's out of the lineup. He hasn't had a lot of experience being with that group doing that.
First down, and here is McAllister, Deuce McAllister, and that's all the Saints want to do at this point. So the critical turnover, giving the Eagles an opportunity, but they could not take advantage of it, and the Eagles will call their second timeout. Want to remind you, the Seahawks and the Bears tomorrow. Not automatic for the Bears playing at home in January, as we've seen in recent years.
No, it is not automatic at all. And boy, if these Saints hold on and win this game, everybody in the city of New Orleans is going to be sitting in front of a TV. The Seattle Seahawks just will gain a whole legion of fans if the Saints hold on and pull this game out.
Sean Alexander, who missed the regular season game between those teams with a broken foot, will be back. In their last meeting, the Bears won handily, but that was ages ago. Philadelphia, 1 timeout remaining. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Here's McAllister. And McAllister close to the first down, short by a yard. And now the Eagles will call their 3rd and last timeout.
Watch the determination by Deuce McAllister on this run. I mean, this should be stopped for a 2-yard gain. And look at him just bounce and work and push. He has run downhill behind his pads all night long.
How about that touchdown run? When he just pushed the pile all the way into the end zone when he went over from 5 yards out. So Deuce McAllister, after toiling and being hurt here in New Orleans for several years, finally in the playoffs. And the Saints are a minute 37 away from going to the conference championship game. 138 yards for Deuce McAllister on the ground today. Now the Saints will call a timeout.
New Orleans. They're first.
This is just a great effort by Deuce McAllister, because if you watch and see, I mean, right in there, he should be stopped at least at the 28. And he just keeps working, keeps pushing, gets it all the way out. They've got it marked at the 31-yard line. He gets them an extra 3 yards to get it to a 3rd and short instead of a 3rd and medium. Great effort by Deuce McAllister again.
Saints have rushed for 205 yards against the Eagles, and that had been a problem down the stretch for the Philadelphia defense. Not been able to handle the run as well as they have in previous years.
I just really feel that that difference in the time from their last game. The Saints get the bye week. Sean Payton handles it very well. That first week, he lets them do some conditioning, some strength training, gets them on the field after he finds out who the opponent is. The Eagles, coming off that short week playing last Sunday, having to come back and play tonight. The one area that we've really seen it, I mean, you take away that 62-yard run by Brian Westbrook, and they really haven't established the run tonight, where New Orleans has just been pounding it down the throat of the defense of the Eagles.
Still with all of that, the Eagles had a 2nd down and 1 and a chance to take the lead against the Saints. They had to settle for the field goal, and they never really got another solid chance. 3rd down and 1. Here's McAllister, 1st down. The Eagles can't stop the clock. Gain of 5. And Sean Payton. What a miraculous year for this franchise.
Just unbelievable what this team has been able to accomplish coming off that season last year. The way they've come together, new coach, new players, new systems to learn. And they come out and they have the type of season that they had this year.
And for the NFC South, the feather in their cap.
This city is electric right now, guys.
Tom Benson. This team did not play a home game last year. They were nomads. What would happen to the future of the Saints? Enter Payton and Breeze and Reggie Bush and all the rest. And the New Orleans Saints are headed for the NFC Championship game next week on Fox. And the Philadelphia Eagles, who valiantly won 6 in a row to get to this point, will see their season end. Talk about finality.
That's the thing about the playoffs. Tony touched on it at the top. But the ironic thing about this, Sean Payton has a lot of respect for Andy Reid and what the Eagles have accomplished over the last 5 years. He wants his team to try and emulate what that run the Eagles went on did. He wants his Saints to do that. They took their first step tonight, the first NFC Championship game in franchise history. And who knows, maybe it'll be back here at the Superdome next weekend.
And McAllister with a season's high 143 yards rushing. And so this playoff game ended with the exact same score as their regular season meeting. Saints 27, Eagles 24. We'll be back at the Louisiana Superdome to wrap things up as the Saints defeat the Eagles and move on. And it'll be dancing in the streets of New Orleans as the Saints win it 27-24. Now for the UPS leaderboard. Drew Brees, a touchdown pass. Deuce McAllister, a great game, 143 yards and a TD, and Dante Stallworth for the Eagles, 3 catches, 100 yards and a touchdown. UPS, what Brown can do for you. So this is Dick Stockton for Darryl Johnston and Tony Siragusa. Sing so long from New Orleans. Once again, the final score, Saints 27, Eagles 24. Stay tuned to Fox Sports for the AT&T Game Break Show with Kurt, Terry, Howie, and Jimmy right after these messages. Sean Payton weaves the magic for more. For more information on today's game and the latest NFL news, log on to foxsports.com. So long, everybody.
Welcome to the AT&T postgame show.
And for the first time in their 40-year franchise history, the Saints go marching into the NFC Championship game. Just a year after being 3-13, they are now in the title tilt. And as we take a look at our Subway Fresh Buzz, we will see that the Saints will play the winner of the Seahawks-Bears matchup, which can be seen tomorrow beginning at noon Eastern right here on Fox. In the AFC, the Indianapolis Colts are already in the championship game. It's their second time in 4 years. They will face the winner of New England and San Diego. That game tomorrow as well. But once again, the New Orleans Saints go into the NFC Championship game 27-24, the final, over the Philadelphia Eagles. Afterwards, their quarterback, Drew Brees, had a chance to talk with our Tony Saragusa.
Drew Brees, Drew, it's got to be an unbelievable feeling going to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, it feels great. And this place is going nuts right now, pandemonium. So we'll be watching tomorrow. We might end up getting an NFC Championship game here at home, but we'll see. But it was a great effort today, and what can I say? How about them Saints, huh?
Unbelievable. The offensive line did an unbelievable job of protecting it today. And really, you got to take your hat off to Deuce McAllister and the way he played running the ball.
All those guys played their hearts out, and really they have all season. And they're the main reason we're here. So you got to give it to them. Defense making that stand at the end. It was totally a team effort.
Thanks and congratulations, man. Back to you guys.
All right, the fantastic story of the Saints season will continue next week. But, Jimmy, a disappointing end for a Philadelphia team that really came a long way after Thanksgiving.
Kurt, 4th and 15 on your 39-yard line. You're going to punt the football. Well, you're banking on stopping them. Well, why not stop them on the 39? Because if you stop them, they have to punt. Even if you don't stop them, maybe it's a field goal. The bonus is you have a chance to make a first down on 4th and 15.
So you would have gone for it.
Gone for it.
Then you're only down by 6. And, you know, considering the way Philadelphia was playing defense, particularly in the second half and in the fourth quarter, New Orleans, their ability to pound the football at the end of the football game, controlling the clock for over 35 minutes. Great teams can run the football and stop the run when it counts.
Matchup tomorrow, either one of Seattle or Chicago Saints. I don't care if they're on the road or at home. I'm telling you, they can beat either one of those teams that they're going to watch tomorrow.
That diverse offense for the Saints paying off today. And once again, tomorrow, we'll find out who the Saints play in the NFC Championship game. It's the Seahawks at the Bears. Our coverage begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Make sure we catch you there, folks. Congratulations once again to Sean Payton and the Saints. We'll see you tomorrow.
Nice job, Kurt.
That's it.
Promotional consideration paid for by
You've been watching Fox Sports, broadcasting in HD and presented by DirecTV.
Give the gift of a destination. Introducing the Southwest Airlines gift card, only at southwest.com.
Fox Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League. The NFL is online at www.nfl.com. Home to the MLB playoffs and the World Series. This is a presentation of Fox Sports.